DMX Tricks was first. Red Hawk with the 6. And Alina, hello. So we're building another 7V, which I should just rename the stream, honestly. It should just be 7V Anthony, or 0017V. Let me think. This is the 6th or 7th 7V. And I still have 2 more to build. Pretty nice. Also, Red Hawk movie tomorrow. Yeah, for those of you on the Discord, if you're not on the Discord, you can join us. But tomorrow we're gonna do a movie night. Everything Everywhere All at Once. That's the name of the movie. We're not doing every movie. We're doing that basically same time as the stream time, just on Saturday. So I think that's what we agreed on. 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Let me look. I have to scroll through all the One Piece discussion. Yes, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. So I'm gonna create a private text channel. And then, so if you want to join us, I think now they've, there's a new feature where now voice channels have text channels as well, so I don't know how that works. But, probably just gonna make a new text channel. That's where we're gonna do the discussions for the movie. So just be like chat. And it has to be a private channel because you don't want to spoil the movie for other people. Yeah, another 7V. Also, Red Hawk, I don't know if I mentioned this, but look at what I got. Because of your recommendation. The thing is, though, it's I would say it's as good as original Sprite. The thing is, I realize I'm not a big Sprite fan. So, I haven't really had this. I don't think I've even finished a single can. I'll like drink half of it and then it just goes flat because I'm not dying to finish it. You know, I would actually ship you. Oh, but they're heavy though. Otherwise I would gladly ship them all to you. Cause yeah, I'm not drinking them. Maybe I'll save them for guests. Oh, see, I'll save them for you. When you come visit, you will have 8 cans of Sprite Zero waiting for you. We've got TX stabilizers. I should switch the camera over now. So the good stuff. The best stuff, apparently. Does anyone here watch the Bo Burnham Inside outtakes? Or listen to the new songs or the deluxe album that got released today? It's been stuck in my head. There's some good stuff there. So 6.25U, I'm just gonna go ahead and pop the PCB out. I've already tested the PCB, everything works. Oh, this sound never makes me uneasy. Or never fails to make me uneasy. So it always does. Oh, see, now that you mention upper back, now I feel like I need to pop my upper back. The worst is when it's tight here. You constantly feel like you have to do this. Ugh. I'll tell you what helps though. If you get a pull-up bar, it really helps. You don't even have to do pull-ups. You just kind of just use it to stretch the whole upper chest area and upper back. Don't know what's happening. Red Hawk, 47 months. Thank you so much. Yep, you really should. I like the one that I have because it's not the type that digs into your doorpost. I still can't do a pull-up. Maybe one day. I should probably get some elastic bands to help. That's what most people use to nail down the pull-up form. Because the form and technique are the main issues. Oh, hey, Joe, hello. LT switches, so LT switches. Alina, also with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you so much. Yeah, if you're on mobile, I have no idea how do you do a Twitch Prime sub. I know how to do it on desktop, but that's it. LT switches are they're part of the Boba line of switches. I shit you not, they're actually called Boba switches. But the whole thing about the T in the LT and the U4T, the U4T is the tactile version. The T stands for THOC, which refers to the long pole. So it works kind of like a holy panda, where the switch has a unique sound compared to most switches. Where what you're hearing is not so much you're not really hearing the keycap slamming on the switch top or whatever. What you're hearing is you're hearing the pole of the stem hitting the bottom. So other than the sound, if you like the sound, the main advantage I'd say is that means that you don't have to worry about your plate type, your switch top type, your keycap type, your keycap profile and material. You don't have to worry about those as much. You don't have to worry about getting the perfect combo to get a good sound. The flip side to that is that most LT and U4T boards are going to sound pretty similar because it is the switch, that long pole, that is dictating the sound profile. Yeah, so the advantage is it's easy to recommend these switches because then you don't have to worry about, oh, maybe, or what plate are you using, oh, what keycaps are you using. And this also means that if there are keycaps you love but hate the sound of, then these switches are perfect for that. For example, MT3 keycaps. Yeah. And maybe even GMK. It's nice that the clips with the TX stabilizers hold on to the wires really tightly, but the annoying part is pushing them in is a pain in the ass. Oh, I actually give up. Just gonna go to the other side. Been out of keyboarding for too long. I mean, it's not a problem. So basically, the point is, if you don't know what... Fuck. If you want linears and you don't know what linears to get, the easiest recommendation for me would be the LT switches, these switches. And I'm not sponsored by them at all. But it's just that I've done a couple builds with them and they get the job done well. They're smooth, they don't exhibit the ticking issue as much as regular switches. Back in my day, we just called Vint blacks blacks. Just like how in France, they call French toast toast. Quarter pounder. Oh, I know the scene you're talking about. I forgot as well. I'm sure you can find a clip of it on YouTube. Something Royale, something like that, I think. Right? want to click on it and watch it, but I'll just get DMCA'd if I do. I think. Any lawyers in chat? I just wanna feel good. Oh, Joe, when are you moving, by the way? June 30th. Been at IKEA today. Very nice. Are you driving a... Are you renting a truck to drive up there, or are you just starting new, basically? Don't forget that at IKEA they have moving coupons as well, I think. I don't know if they still do it, but for the longest time they've had a... I think it's $25 off $250 or something like that, or 10% off. One of those. They say you have to show them that you've moved, but when I did that, I don't think I had to show them anything. I don't know if they still do it though. And it might be hard to find a coupon. Because I remember I had to shoot through some hoops to find a coupon. Driving my car, mom and brother are driving up a Penske type van. Very nice. Get credit card, I saw the perks and benefits of the trash. Yeah, I mean that's most credit cards, right? Most of these specific store credit cards. June 30th is quite a ways away, so you still have a month to prepare. That's a long time. Because when I moved up here, I had a week, maybe less than a week. Excuse me. Kind of exciting, but facing it slowly approaching is annoying. Yes. Cause it's not like you have a ton to move, so you know, you're kind of just sitting around just waiting for it to happen. So I can see you becoming antsy pretty quick. Don't know what's happening. One thing I will say though is if you can already go ahead and rent a U-Haul or Penske, go ahead and do it now because the rates shoot up insanely fast as you approach the day. Yeah, cause my Penske ended up being $200 more, just because the leasing agent was a piece of shit. Was super slow and uncommunicative, so I couldn't go ahead and book the Penske, and it ended up being $200 more. Literally just I think a day or two after, the rate shot up by $200. Booked it with budget, $1,600 plus gas. Whoa, that is really expensive. I'm surprised. Oh, it's also because it's June. How long? Because the drive is about the same as the drive from Abilene to Greeley. I think the reason is because this is the time to move. This is the season to move. Because, you know, college kids, young working adults, families, they all move around during the summer. So that's why it's so expensive. Yeah, because mine wasn't cheap. And the stupid part was I ended up having to rent the truck again when I was already here because of the leasing company fuck up. Okay, so gonna install stabilizers. I'm gonna do a 6.25U bottom row. Should be standard everything, I think. Planning out how I'm gonna finish it and get all the small stuff. Well, why is that? Why is that hard? I mean, you've got tons of time. I said, it's not like you're gonna have a house party the weekend you move in, so you don't have to buy everything right now. I know what you mean though. You want to finish it as soon as possible, and you would like to be able to pick up everything at IKEA or whatever wherever you're shopping at, and then having everything together, and then just doing it. And because you're not there right now, you don't know exactly what you need. You don't know the dimensions that you're looking at. But again, you're gonna live alone, and you're not gonna host anything anytime soon, I assume. So you have tons of time. It doesn't, like for me, this is my first apartment where I haven't done cable management for my computer desk. It's a fucking mess. This is the messiest setup I've had since college. Might even be worse than college, honestly. Yeah, it is worse. So when I say college, I mean the dorms. It's a worse setup than when I was in my dorm, because I moved so many times already. This time when I just set everything down, I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna plan anything. I'm not gonna bother, figuring out exactly how long my cables need to be and where they need to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it up because I'm so tired of moving and all that. And so yeah, I still have a lot of things I need to get. I still don't have a TV stand. My TV still sits on a coffee table. I still don't have a dresser. I need to get a proper shoe rack. The one I have is just an IKEA shelf and it's not big enough. I need to get curtains. Need to get blinds as well for the room because the included blinds are complete shit. What else do I need? I need to get a vacuum cleaner because when I moved in with my younger brother, when I moved to Abilene, we both had cheap vacuum cleaners, and so we kept his and I got rid of mine. And so now I don't have a vacuum cleaner. Just lots of things like that. Stuff that I would like to get because I know I'll need it. But yeah, that shit all costs money. So I don't desperately need any of those items. So all that'll just wait. stabilizers work? Oh, I need to do the... Apparently it's better in this version. Yes, I can see the gap in the clips. The gap is bigger. So the spacer just goes right in. It's amazing. You know, I had to file the ones on mine. So of course, the usual moving tips. You should put all the important stuff towards the back of the trailer or van or whatever.
Welcome to the cum zone.
Yes, welcome everyone to the cum zone. Black sun looking. So these are TX stabilizers. Currently the best stabilizers you can get. So these things go into the clips of your stabilizers. This way they don't just pop out when you pull on your stabilizer. Yeah, as I was saying, so your bed, for example, your mattress, if you're moving those, then you want those right at the back so that when you unload, that's the first thing out in case, you know, you reach super late at night and you just want to go to bed. So all those should sit outside. And for the love of God, label everything. Label everything, and then have don't just label what's in the box. You should also label priority. So if there's anything you should open first, that's what I would do. Or you could have you could have boxes of just open first. So there's just things that you need immediately. Anything else? Nope, no screws. Because screen stabilizers actually aren't universal. Some PCBs don't like screw-in stabilizers, so the classic clip setup is still better. Okay, so there's change of plans. We're doing the poly plate instead of the aluminum plate. And of course, the annoying thing is with the foam and the poly plate. I'm gonna have to do this shit where I pop the switches into the plate first. This foam isn't as compressed as the others we had. Interesting. It didn't shrink like the others. This one actually went on pretty easily. Oops, say that. I think the worst one was Devness's one, right? Where the foam looked like it didn't even fit. Bent pin. God. Yeah, because even mine I had to do some stretching. This one just goes right in. Not a bent pin, goddammit. Maybe it had to do with the humidity or something? I don't know. Or the temperature or altitude? Because this 7V only just showed up. It's been in Texas for the past year or so. Whereas Davnis's and mine have been here for a few months at least. Who knows? Who knows? Everything's bigger in Texas. Even school shootings. Kind of only one foam. Yeah, so each plate comes with one plate foam. So the stems for these switches are lubed with Krytox GPL 103. The legs of the stems are lubed with 205G0. The springs, these are Sprit 62S springs. I believe the S stands for Supreme. These are not your regular boring springs. These are Supreme springs. Just made of pineapple. I don't like pineapple on pizza, but I think that it's allowed to exist. I can see why people would like it. I hate it though. Just got enough switches for both plates to compare. That's a good point. Well, if you want, I could hold on to the aluminum and the... Because you bought 2 sets of stabilizers, so I could just hold on to the extras. And you'll have about 20 switches left over from today. So if you want to keep both the... You could easily just order a bit more. I know Devnes needs to buy some LT switches as well, so you could even just get an order together. Split the shipping or something. But you might be the first person to test the difference. Okay, so this switch is ticking. Top that side. Yeah, 'cause I think even for my clicky setup, I might do poly instead of aluminum. Because, you know, I already have so many clicky boards with aluminum plates. Yeah, so you'll have between 10 to 20 switches depending on how many rejects we have. Or 0 to 20. You'll have up to 20 switches extra over here. Yeah, and then I can just hold on to your extra plate, extra PCB, and the extra set of stabilizers. And so these are going to be 62 grams. So you could even get another pack of 62s, or you could do the 65s. So, 08 Jar, that is an excellent question, because right now most people are saying that the best clicky in the business is the new Zeal Clickies switches. But they also cost $1.30 per switch. That's $1.30. Whereas box clickies could be had for as cheap as 25 cents a piece. Yeah, so I'm not dying to switch over anytime soon. And for the thing about the box clickies is there's not even the, you know, before box clickies, I didn't care about clicky switches at all. So it's not like I'm in love with the click or whatever. I like the feel more than the sound. I like the snappy click bar feel. That's the whole point of the box clickies for me. I can live with all its flaws just because of that snappiness. Oh, speaking of snapping, that's not an excellent idea. I wonder how box clickies would feel with the Gazoo springs. The long springs. Yeah, so before I switched over to my own 7V, I had been using the Box Crystal Jades for over a year. So what I'm going to do is I am going to disassemble that soon, lube the switches, and then build another 7V plate and PCB combo. Kobe, welcome to the stream. You sold your 7V. What happened to it? Jades in between white and navy, right? So the regular jades, yes. The thing is, the box crystal jades are nothing like the regular jades, which is why it's confusing. Because the regular jades use a thick click bar setup like the navies, whereas the crystal jades don't use a thick click bar. So I actually like the crystal jades, but I hate the regular jades. Regular jades are honestly kind of a flawed switch because the spring is not strong enough to push it back past the thick click bar. Sometimes. Sold it to fun and F1 and I regret it. Ripperino, well, there should be a second 7V soon, right? Soon. But of course, who knows when it'll actually ship. So in the meantime, you'll have to live with the consequences of your actions. How much did you sell it for, though? If you sold it for at least $900, then then I wouldn't regret it that much. But if you sold it for cheap, then yeah. Yeah, I've been really liking mine. Shit ton of extras. Extra LU, PC, FR4, 2 PCBs, 880. Yeah, then I can see why you might regret it a bit. Because it doesn't sound like you ripped that person off enough. So, yeah. I can see the regret. The remorse. You know, Alina, actually this is a good... maybe it is better that you didn't buy enough switches for 2 setups, because that way you can decide if you actually like these switches. And if you do, you can build the second one. Either way, you're going to build 2 anyway, because you have the extra plate, and you want to compare them. So this actually works out better, I think. Yeah, I don't know what to recommend as an alternative as well, because I think the new Gateron linears might be decent. The Oil Kings and whatever. Apparently they're good. I don't know. That's what I've heard. Excuse me. What to eat tomorrow? Also, it is National Donut Day, so I hope you guys picked up a free donut at Krispy Kreme. There's no Krispy Kreme in town, a huge bummer for me. But if you have one near you, they might be closed already though. It's already 9 p.m. here. So I think maybe if you're on the West Coast, they might still be open. Why aren't donut places 24/7? Seriously. Seems like the perfect hangover type snack, you know? Pancakes or donuts? Why would you pick pancakes over donuts ever? Just get the donut. You don't need to add syrup or anything. You can literally just eat it on its own. Dude, cherry top on almost anything is good. Cherry top still the best for the sound. What's the go-to donut? So far in the US, my experience has been Krispy Kreme #1. Second, Kroger. I shit you not. Kroger, King Soopers. Their donuts for me have been second. Winchells might be third. Third or fourth, I don't know. But Winchells are more expensive than Kroger. Think about, and if you want to say donut per dollar, which one is the best donut per dollar? Kroger. Nothing even comes close. Kroger or King Soopers or whatever is owned by Kroger. I mean, it could also be location dependent. Maybe your specific Kroger sucks. But, and when I say donut, I mean you take it home and heat it up a little bit. Because cold donuts are meh. So in terms of donut per dollar, Kroger is actually the best. But if you ask the best donut ever, in my experience, Big Apple Donuts back home in Malaysia. I believe it's mostly an Asian chain. I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if they're still good. Because they expanded really fast. But, back when I lived in Malaysia, best donut. And if Krispy Kreme is a 7 out of 10, Big Apple is 10 out of 10. Oh, the type of donut? That also depends. In the US, best type of donut I've had is just the regular sugar donut. Not glazed though. Specifically not glazed. I'm not a fan of glazed. I like just powdered sugar. Powdered sugar? No. What would you call that? Just regular sugar basically. On top of donuts. I'm not a big fan of glaze. I don't like I don't know. I'd rather have just the grains of sugar than glazed. Yeah, just regular sugar coated. I prefer that to glaze. I think glaze texture is lame as fuck. Whereas with the sugar, you get that coarseness to contrast with the soft inside of the donut, and then you've got that light, almost a crisp, not really a crisp, but you know, that light exterior, and then the rough sugar. It's a nice contrast to it. Glaze is just you know, it's just this sheet. Meh, it's uninteresting. I will say chocolate donuts in the US, fucking disappointing. Haven't had a single good chocolate donut. Because most chocolate donuts in the US, it's more icing than chocolate. I want my chocolate to be rich and chocolatey, not sugary. If I want regular glaze, I'll get glaze. I don't want brown icing on my donut. But yes, chocolate in general is shit. I will agree with that. Absolutely. Chocolate in general in the US tastes like vomit. And this is actually a scientific thing. They use this, I can't remember the name for it. Is it an acid? Something they use in American chocolate. It tastes like ass. Fucking Hershey's, dude. They've ruined so many good chocolate companies. Nestle is the worst company, and then probably Hershey's after that. Dude, regular sugar, man. That is the way to go. Glazed is overrated. I mean, I know which one is more popular, but this is a hill that I'm willing to die on. Nutella filled. Yeah, we had that in a Big Apple Donuts. Like, I would happily just... and I'm not even a huge fan of Nutella anymore, but even Nutella is better than any chocolate icing that they use on donuts. But I'm serious though, if you have a Kroger or anything like that, actually go get their donuts. They're actually good. I'm surprised. They're like the first store-bought donut where I've, you know, heated up, eaten it, and I'm like, wow, this is actually good. See, I even have 3 of them frozen. Maybe I'll eat one at the end of the stream. I shouldn't, because I also ate half a bag of chips today. But it is National Donut Day, so I might do it. Trying to do cardio almost every day. Nice. I had a good streak last week. Went out to walk almost every day. I walked over 12 hours last week. But this week kind of took a breather. Took a break. I wanted to walk today though because it was really nice outside, but I only had an hour before stream, so I didn't want to. Go outside. Some weight or cardio for donuts, dude. That I shit you not. The reason I went out to walk that much is not because I wanted to be healthy or whatever. It's because I was talking about this on stream last week. I think literally because of the chocolate croissants I was eating 4 days last week. Because each of those chocolate croissants is like 400 calories, so I would go out and walk for like 2 hours to burn it off. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't eat a donut. I should just do it tomorrow instead. I've already eaten too much today, I think. I've also been eating a lot of crackers. Crackers with cashew butter, crackers with tuna. Is tuna a good source of protein? It's 18 grams per 240 calories, I think. Wait, no, or is it 18 grams per 80 calories? Shit, actually, let me look this up. Canned tuna protein. A can of tuna provides, the thing is, how big is this can though? 90 calories and 20 grams of protein per can. 90 calories. 90 calories. So if I do 3 cans. Wow, that's actually pretty good. That's a pretty decent source of protein, I think. Egg protein. Egg is 6 grams. So, wow. Canned tuna is higher in holy shit. It's a lot higher than eggs per calorie. The fuck? Shit, I need to eat more tuna. I had no idea. Dude, I should just eat more canned tuna. Because I've been trying to figure out ways to incorporate more protein in my diet without spending too much money. Because meat is expensive as fuck right now. And the thing about eggs is... Exactly, because as much as I love eggs, it's not very filling. Like calorie-wise, like I'll eat 6 eggs would be 420 calories, because it's around 70 calories per egg. So that'll be 420 calories already, and that's only 6 grams, so that's 36 grams of protein. And you're supposed to, the recommended is 1 gram per kilogram, right? 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight, body mass, something like that, right? So that's only about a little over half of what the protein I should eat. But that's already 420 calories. And for 420 calories, it's not filling at all. Because if I do 6 poached eggs, dude, I drink that shit down and I'm, it feels like I've just had a glass of water or something. It's not very satiating. Not for me, at least. I mean, if I fried them, they'd be more satiating. But then I have to fry them. Discard the yolks if you need to play the pro game. Dude, fuck that, dude. I am not eating just egg whites. I love egg yolk. I actually dislike egg white. Like, I'll eat it. I love egg as a whole. The whole thing. But if you're talking just egg white, I actually don't enjoy it. The only reason egg white is fine is because of the egg yolk. I would not eat eggs if you took the yolk away. I mean, for health reasons, maybe, but no, I really don't care for just egg white. Dude, people who eat hard-boiled eggs and toss out the yolk, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you eat the shit part of the hard-boiled egg? To be fair, I just don't enjoy hard-boiled eggs in general, but the yolk is salvageable, the egg white is not. The thing about the yolk, though, is that what you do is you just add soy sauce to it. Just a few drips of soy sauce. You could even do fish sauce. You could do hot sauce. Just Worcestershire even, maybe. And then that yolk will suck it all up. It's amazing. Usually makes tuna is on light olive oil, mayo, tiny bit of mustard, lemon juice, relish for my tuna sandwiches. Makes tuna and cottage cheese as a binding agent. Dude, I thought about doing that with cottage cheese. I don't think I can do, I think what ruined cottage cheese for me, I realized, it ruined cottage cheese and it ruined I don't remember what it's called, but it's like these crackers or chips or whatever. Completely ruined for me because I ate those when I was sick. And when I had this reflux thing going on, and it made everything taste really bitter and irony. So cottage cheese, and now I haven't been able to enjoy cottage cheese since. And same thing with that brand of chips. I'll eat it and it just tastes weird. It just reminds me of that time. It reminds me of that flavor. That warped flavor. And so I just can't do those two anymore. But yeah, just this week I made myself some tuna. So canned tuna and water. Because it's fewer calories, and if you're gonna do a mayo spread, it doesn't really matter if you do water or oil. If you're eating the tuna if without mayo, then you want the oil one. But got tuna. I did parsley, onions. The onions were were soaked in rice vinegar for 15 minutes, so it's not as oniony. That's the recipe I followed, at least. So it's a Serious Eats recipe. I did some Worcestershire in here. Parsley, onions. The recipe calls for celery, but nah, fuck that. I just doubled up on the onions. And light mayonnaise. Light mayonnaise is amazing. It's like a third of the calories, but if you're using it just as a binding agent, it doesn't matter as much. Especially for something like tuna, where you barely taste the mayonnaise, you just taste the tuna, really. Yeah, wait, what's wrong with a jar of tuna? And I did lime juice, that's right. I did lime juice. I think I prefer lime to lemon. Although I haven't made tuna with lemon juice before, but I like lime. Dude, and tuna is cheap-ish. Not like super cheap, but you know, cheap-ish. Compared to other meats right now, it's very cheap. But yeah, damn, I had no idea. So if it's 42 grams per can, so a can is like is it $1 something, or is it $1? I can't remember. It's the Kroger brand. I can't remember the exact price. I think it's a little over $1. I think it's maybe $2. I might have the receipt somewhere. Tuna $1.89, so $2. So not exactly cheap, but I mean for 42 grams of protein, that's 7 eggs. Eggs will be cheaper, but eggs are high in calories. Maybe I will do more tuna. Tuna with egg. Maybe that's what I need to do. I mean, I do enjoy egg sandwiches. That is the only time I like hard-boiled eggs, actually. When you chop it all up and cover it with mayonnaise. Man, I will now eat more tuna. I had no idea. Or Jar, if you have any more tips, let me know. I'm gonna eat more tuna. Dude, you know what else I can do? I could do like a tuna roti john. Although that would mean bread, though. Bread is not very healthy. But still, that would be a lot of protein, because you'd have eggs and you'd have protein and you have tuna. Add some hot sauce to it. Warm hot tuna. I mean, it depends if you want it hot or not. You could even just make a roti john and just slap the tuna spread on there. But yeah, warm canned tuna. I mean, I think it might still be decent because I think tuna subs and toast sandwiches are pretty good. Right now, the way I've been eating them, other than putting on crackers, is I would do slice of cheese, Kobe Jack cheese, toast some bread, and then just put the tuna on there. I just say that cottage cheese has been ruined for me. That is just so annoying. I just can't untaste that association, like you said. Excuse me. Sort of thing. Okay, great. Store brand apple cores. Bumblebee tuna. I never really liked chicken. See a star kissed. Oh, I've just been doing store brand as well. Because the only reason I've been buying tuna is because I need a cheap source of protein. Some sort of meat. Because meat prices are fucking insane. Although I think the price of chicken has come down a bit, at least. At least for thighs and legs. And drums. The price, or at least some stores have started having promos where, you know, it's cheaper. Because last week I was able to buy chicken thighs for $1.29 a pound. Breasts are overrated. See, you know, the funny thing, chicken breast is the cheapest cut of meat in Malaysia. Might even be most of Asia. But in Malaysia, no one wants the breast. The most expensive cut is the drumstick. And then the thigh. And then the wing. And then the breast. So if you go out and you get fried chicken, you'd actually be upset if you got the chicken breast. You're like, what the fuck? Why didn't you give me the thigh and the drums? Yeah, the dark meat is always the more expensive ones. Right now, the most expensive cut... Are wings more expensive than breasts right now? Because wings, when I went to the store, I never look at chicken breasts because I know I'll never buy them. But wing prices are still fucking crazy. Dude, I really wish I had a Costco here. Really, really wish I had a Costco. But I don't think there's one in town. DMX Trick, 6 months. Thank you so much. Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. 7V. Need to install the fucking gaskets. Trying to be honey and stuck in a room. There isn't much more to say about it. Oh shit, it's a Virgin 7V. The plastic is still on the stainless steel weight. Look at that. Chin reveal. You know, I really want to do a survey of some sort to see if the 001 community ended up buying the most black 7Vs. Like, per capita, whatever. Because the most popular color was white. And I think blue? I think. Gawk released the numbers, I don't remember the numbers. Something like that. I remember black being either the last or the second to last. But so far I've built 4 black 7Vs. this apart because we have to install this thingy. I'm gonna go ahead and screw in the Type-C daughter board as well. Do that right now. I just remembered my 99 ranch order still has not shipped. It's been a week now. The fuck? Maybe the whole thing is a scam. Yeah, I thought, oh, it will take a little longer because of Memorial Day weekend, but it's been a week. I haven't even gone tracking yet. Okay, so the gaskets go on the top, the bottom. This part is always fun. That's to dry now with sous vide. I still have not done sous vide chicken breast actually. I should though. Well, no. There's no reason for me to do it because I'm never gonna buy chicken breast. It's so expensive. I do still have a whole chicken, but I found that I really like using an air fryer to make roast chicken, basically rotisserie chicken. Yeah, what I did, was it last week or the week before? I used an air fryer to make roast chicken, and then I didn't roast it all the way though. I just roasted it so that the exterior was crispy, and then I basically braised it in curry. And so now what I have is, and so after I ate enough of it, I split the bigger pieces. I separated the bigger pieces from the bits, so I had shredded chicken. So I have the shredded curry chicken, and I have these curry potatoes. They're frozen right now, but I'm just gonna heat them up in sous vide. And I have some low-calorie tacos. So this week I'm gonna be eating some curry tacos. It's gonna be great. So I just need to heat up reheat everything, sous vide, chop up the potatoes, and then get some curry tacos. It's gonna be nice. I'm gonna saute some onions too, of course. Big Brother Anthony, man, I have not cooked anything gourmet in forever because of how expensive groceries have become. It's been more of eating to survive, really. Dude, one thing I really want to eat salmon. I have not cooked salmon in fucking forever. Almost a year at this point. Because there was a grocery store in Dallas where I used to get my salmon and trout deals. And ever since I moved out of Dallas, haven't cooked any fish. Salmon and trout. I used to go to Market Street. So usually Fridays is when they'll have their rollback for salmon and trout. This was the Market Street in Plano on Preston. The one that we would go get sandwiches at. I don't know if the other Market Streets do the same. I mean, I would assume they do the same thing. You still have to be careful though when you buy their rollback salmon and trout. You want to make sure that the cut that you're getting is still fresh-ish. So sometimes you have to move the plastic around, the cling wrap or whatever, to see if there's brown spots under the tags. Because I've bought salmon from grocery stores where they're really sneaky about it. Where you're like, wow, that piece looks amazing. You buy it, and then right under the label, the little, half inch by 1 inch of price tag, the label, that's where the brown spot is. Fucking cunts. How many more gaskets? 8 more. 8 or 9. Yeah, I really missed that about Dallas. Cheap salmon from Market Street and cheap sandwich meals. And of course, Ricky's hot chicken. And Asian food in general. I have an actual question though. Is there a reason why burgers here in Colorado and in Wyoming seem to be dry as fuck? What the hell is the reason? Like when I think mushroom Swiss, I always think it's gonna be kind of messy. It's gonna be kind of saucy because you know you saute the mushrooms, and you got the not exactly fond, but you know you've got liquid from there, and usually they'll either mix in some mayo to make a sauce or whatever. But you've got some sort of flavorful moisture. Whereas over here, all the mushroom Swiss burgers I've had so far in Colorado and Wyoming have been complete dog shit. They're just dry. It's like they saute the mushrooms, and then they put them in a bag of rice or something to dry it all up, and then they put it in the burger. Yeah, so no sauce, no anything. Just the meat itself is fine, but when you get a mushroom Swiss, it's for everything else. The meat is nothing special, but it just ends up being a waste of the meat. It's like, dude, beef is expensive right now. Why the fuck are you serving it dry? Maybe that's why, right? They're like, I want to be able to taste the beef. I even had to Google it because I was like, do I just have a warped sense of what a mushroom Swiss burger is? So I Googled it, and almost any top recipe and picture, all of them, you see it dripping. It's got some sort of brown liquid, you know? Maybe it has mayonnaise, maybe it just has some sort of truffle mayo. It just has something. It has some sort of sauce, some sort of moisture that's not ketchup. But not over here, not in this region. I don't get it. Bring your own sauces. I've actually done that. So, when I went to a burger place down the street, I actually brought a tub of Sweet Baby Ray's chicken sauce. A sweet and smoky sauce made for chicken. I actually brought this with me to go to the burger place down the street because I was prepared for it to be dry as fuck. Yeah, I should have done that when I went to that sports bar. But that's why I ordered the mushroom Swiss, because I knew this place didn't have a mushroom Swiss, so that's why I went prepared. I was like, it's just gonna be a regular ass burger, so I'm gonna assume they don't have any decent sauces, so I'm just gonna bring my own. And I thought, oh, mushroom Swiss, there's no way it's gonna be dry again, right? The one in Wyoming was dry, but I was like, that's Wyoming, you know, they don't have anything good over there. But I was mistaken. Turns out in Colorado, mushroom Swiss burgers are just as dry as the air over here. As dry as Ben Shapiro's wife's... I just want a whap. I want a wet ass patty. That's what I want. Why is that so hard to find? Yeah, so far the best burger I've had in this region, so in Colorado and Wyoming, has been Five Guys. That's just depressing. A fucking chain. Has everything else beat over here. That is just sad. Jealous of your dry air. The thing I hate is that my body doesn't like the dry air. My nose doesn't like the dry air. My respiratory system does not agree with the dry air. And it's annoying because I like everything else about the dry air. It's amazing. I can eat a bag of chips and leave it out for a bit. You know, things don't immediately start smelling. I say that, but Greedy smells like shit, so that pro is kind of... Oh man, I can't imagine if Greedy were more humid. God, the smell. Yeah, so I appreciate, you know, most things about dry air, but... But yeah, my nose does not like it at all. No, so people think that air in Colorado is supposed to be fresh. It's actually quite the opposite. So it depends on where in Colorado. So in Denver actually has one of the worst air quality, some of the worst air quality in the entire United States. I believe it is top 5 most polluted or something like that. And so Greeley is not far from it because the geography in Greeley is close-ish to Denver. And so what happens is both these areas are dry flatlands surrounded by mountains and hills. And what ends up happening is the air doesn't really flow very well. So it ends up being stale. And not just stale, and doesn't really rain, so you don't have rain to wash all the shit away. And because of the elevation, you end up being... I might be mistaken here, but you end up being closer to where the pollutants will settle in the atmosphere. And because you are at a high elevation, the UV is stronger. And so it has to do with something about how because of the UV, then the ozone is worse. And all that. I can't remember. I've read a couple of articles about it. I don't remember most of it now. But yes. So Denver air is some of the worst in the country. And along with Greeley. And the problem also is because we have farmlands close here, close by. So when the air even just moves, it smells like shit. Because the wind doesn't blow hard enough to clear out, the farm smells and the meat packing plant pollutants. So we've got all the gaskets installed. Yeah, air in Wyoming though, that's good stuff. Because for example, like in Casper, where the wind is fucking insane, the air is pretty fresh because it's constantly moving. And because no one actually lives there. Not a lot of that pollution going on. What keycaps to put on here? I have not thought about that. We're just gonna put PBT on this one. JK minimal, so you can show on stream. Got lazy. That's fine because if you had sent that, you would have to find a different box because this box basically just fits the 7V box, right? I don't think. Oh, maybe there would have been room, but. That's totally fine. But hey, if you're planning on using GMK minimal on this board, then the LT switches will work in your favor because they actually help GMK sound better. The stream going a little too fast. These aren't at PCB pads. Dude, yeah, I am flying through this one. You would hope that would be the case because this is the 5th or 6th 7V that I've built. By the way, Red Hawk, I'm gonna ship your boards out either tomorrow, depending on what time I wake up tomorrow. Either tomorrow or next Monday or Tuesday. So it'll be by Tuesday for sure. But this week I didn't end up going close to UPS. I ended up going a different direction. That's why I wasn't able to drop it off. Don't say that. Shit, you're right. I might have just jinxed it. Yeah, something's not gonna work. I can feel it. I have not tested the board since soldering. So, something might happen. Who knows? Where did I put the extra rubber feet? Is it time for another Coke Zero? Damn. It's gonna be a problem. Shall we do GMK Hyperfuse or do we do PBT? Or do we do Honeywell? Wait, what did we do a Honeywell on? We did Honeywell on something recently. Something blue. Oh, it was the KB8X. And I think I did Hyperfuse on Chokan 7V, so let's not repeat that. So let's do Hyperfuse. I just want to take this time to say that scoops are better than bars. On the homing keys. Obviously both is the superior setup, but if I had to pick one, then scoops. Non-homey. I like non-homey homing keys. I want them antagonistic as fuck. I don't want to be friends with my homing keys. They might get too comfortable. Like keeping the relationship purely professional. I want every key to be scooped. It just feels so nice. Do you own any SA or MT3 keycaps? But that could be interesting, huh? If everything is scooped, like and I don't mean like a... So I mean cylindrically, whatever, scooped instead of cylindrically scooped instead of spherically. But yeah, if everything was scooped and then just the homing keys were scooped and barred, it could be good. Had some SA before, no. MT3. Yeah, on MT3 you really need either some obnoxious clicky setup or the LT and U4T switches to help with the sound. They sound like shit. Complete shit. Honestly, I've had shits that sounded more pleasant than MT3. I'm gonna have to use page up and page down. Very cool. You know, Honeywell does look pretty nice. It's a shame Honeywell is loose as fuck. All cause of box clickies. A little hesitant to use the 7V. I have my setup at partner's place and it gets super dusty for no reason. Huh. Does she have pets? You can always get a cover for it, so that anytime you're done, you can just... Another thing to do with dust would be a humidifier. Or you could get air purifiers. But yeah, you could easily get a cover. Although dust is honestly fine, you know, you can easily clean it. Dust is way easier to clean than cat hair and things like that. Because with dust, you could, you know, you don't even have to really take off the caps. You could just use an air can or a electric duster. Whereas with cat hair, you actually have to take the keycaps off and you actually have to kind of pluck them all out. Purify next to my desk. I should have it in full blast. Yeah, it could just be the dryness. Could also just be the geography. Right, maybe there's construction nearby. Maybe there's a lot of uncovered soil nearby. NGB is in chat. Hello, hello. Yeah. Dust is whatever. I think after having lived in some dry places, I've kind of, you know, come to accept it. Because it wasn't this dusty in Malaysia, not at all, because of how humid it was. Let's plug it in, shall we? Oh, sorry. I forgot that. Any inanimate object should be made female. Let's plug her in. Isn't she a beauty? Fuck, I just hate that so much. This is my car. I named her Jane. Actually, that's another thing in a keyboard hobby, right? Why are there so many female names on keyboards and not male names? Why can't we have okay, Matrix Abel. Abel is a guy's name, right? Yeah, TGR Jane. Why can't we have a TGR Jonathan? TGR Reginald. They don't want to touch other males? Yeah. It's so stupid. So, ooh, I don't want to say, you know, dude, this is my new car. A Mazda Miata. I call him Bob. Short for Roberto. I don't want to say I had a great Saturday night riding Roberto all night. Cause that would be gay, ew. So meet my car, Pauline. Yeah, so back when I was actually subscribed to the Mechanical Keyboard subreddit, every time I see someone use female pronouns on keyboards, I immediately downvote. It's like, you understand that we have a pronoun for objects, right? It's it. Just use it. You don't have to make everything fucking... Isn't she a beauty? Even Stephen King named the fictional car after a woman. Oh, did she? Did he? But I mean, he's old as fuck, right? It was a different time. Back then, cars had pussies, okay? I had a gay friend once who names all of his cars and toys middle names just to make a point. That is awesome. And it's Pride Month. Happy name your car a dude. Dude's name month. Anyone bought anything for Pride Month yet? That's basically what it's become. It's the month of buying rainbow colored merchandise. Corporations are all queer this blessed month. Alright, so I'm going to test out the board. So this key is a function key, that's why it's not lighting up. It's just a phase. Dorcas1, welcome to the stream. My chatbot is dead, but this is a 7V. You'll see the important details in the stream title. But this is with the polyplate, with the plate foam. The LT switches have been spring swapped. We're using Sprit 62S springs. And the stems were lubed with Krytox GPL 103. But the legs of the stems were lubed with 205G0. And the springs were oiled with limited slip differential oil. And we have GMK Honeywell on here. Got a raid. The last Chata? Kata? Chat-ha? Not quite sure. But thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everybody. My name is 001 Anthony and I've been doing mechanical keyboard streams for I want to say at least 5 years now. Took a break for a bit, but now I'm back. Got it right the last time. I don't remember what I said the last time though. Chat ha. The last chat ha. Is that it? Awesome. First try. See? Super easy. Pronunciation it just comes so easy to me. But stream is going well. So far we haven't run into any issues with the build because this is the 6th or 7V that I've built. What about you though? How was your stream? And yes, this is GMK Honeywell. So the that bot doesn't work. You put the build command in, but so I'm just gonna repeat what I said like 5 minutes ago. I really should fix my bot. But anyway, this is a 7V poly plate with the plate foam, LT switches. The stems were lubed with Krytox GPL 103. The legs of the stems were lubed with 205G0. The springs were using Sprit 62 gram S. I believe the S stands for Supreme. So 62 gram S springs. The springs were oiled with limited slip differential oil. And yes, GMK Honeywell. KBD Pad MK2 for a client. Very nice. I actually built one of those a couple weeks ago. But yeah, so right now, I'm just going to do a quick typing test. Oops. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. LT switches are a great switch. I almost always use them for my space bars. Yeah. So I used to not have recommendations for linear switches just because there's just so many. And it's hard to recommend one thing when you don't.
Money!
Red Hawk, $3.
Board sounds like chill vibes and sex.
Yeah, it's hard to recommend switches to people who don't know what they want, because, you know, it also depends on the plate type, it depends on the board's construction, depends on the keycap profile, the keycap material, the switch housing material, all that shit. Whereas LT switches and U4T switches, because most of what you're hearing is the long pole bottoming out, you don't have to worry so much about finding the right combo. Everything will at least sound decent. Now, there might not be as good as the perfect vintage black setup in terms of sound, but they at least feel better for sure, because vintage blacks come with their own problems. But, you know, you can get a pretty good sound for not much effort. I still recommend lubing them. I personally don't like the official lube technique for the Gazoo switches, where you lube the rail. You kind of just put a dollop of grease on the rails and then some on the legs or stems or whatever. I don't know. I think it's fast. So I would say it like gets you maybe like, I don't know. I'd say it gets you 60% of the way, you know, for almost no effort. But I don't like it because it's very inconsistent, where you just slap a dollop of grease. You're better off taking your time to spread a nice even coat of it on these stems.
Oh, yeah.
NGB 500 bits. Thank you so much. Man, see, that's a waste of 500 bits. You could have put an inappropriate message for it to read out. You could have done 2.5 messages. Do what Red Hawk does. He is stretching his dollars. His donos. Couldn't think of anything. Good enough. That's why Red Hawk just uses the NFT bro. It's basically copy pasta at this point, huh? That last chat, huh? Well, thanks again for the raid. I hope you guys give him a follow as well. Give them a follow. Can't just say him, huh? When you can't think of anything, you just sex. But yeah. My Surface Pro died. The battery died as I was doing a typing test. I should just sell this. I never use it. I don't even know if I'll get any money for it now. It's so old. Should have sold it sooner, because I never use it. I always tell myself, oh, I'll bring it along with me when I go travel and stuff. But then when I do leave the home, when I do leave the apartment, I don't really care to take it out, you know. What you want for it? No, it'll be cheap. Cheap. Less than a couple hundred. Maybe a couple hundred, I don't know. But I don't need it. Just because I don't use it, that's the problem. I use it for streams right now. That's it. That's the only time I bring it out. That's why the battery keeps dying. Because I just won't use it. I won't charge it. I'll forget to charge it. And then weeks later, I'll bring it up for stream. And oh, it's dead. Sure, yeah. Message me on Discord. Yeah, I don't know how much it's worth. I should look that up. But it'll be cheap. It'll be cheaper than market rate for sure, I'll say to you. And I've got the accessories for it too. I've got the stylus. I've got the dock for it as well. The expensive dock. So for you docking enthusiasts out there. Yeah, because even the dock alone was almost $100. Maybe more than $100. And then the stylus itself, I paid 60 maybe? barely used because the whole time I've had it, I owned 2 other computers, so I just never use it. Wonder if there's a way to run a battery test on it. Oh, I also have the Type-C to Surface cable. So that means if you have a powerful enough charger or power bank, you can charge it. Yeah, I just don't use it. It's the sad part. Alright, so we've got the board. Time for a Coke Zero. Wow, dude, this stream has only been for a little over 2 hours. That's impressive. I am very impressed with myself. I've become very, very quick with the 7 Vs. Man, look at this. Devness messaging me on Discord about his New Balances, but he's not even in chat. He should come to chat to talk about it. NGB's got some New Balance as well. I got a hole. See, even the Coke Zero matches the 7V. NGB, if you're free tomorrow, you should join us for movie night. So the way the Discord movie nights work is we just get on the Discord, I'll stream the movie, and there'll be a private text channel, so that's where the chat will happen, basically. So if any of you want to join us, we're watching Everything Everywhere All at Once tomorrow, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll have to be at a bachelorette party all night. Perfect. Join us tomorrow. Yeah, so I'll definitely just keep an eye out tomorrow. It'll be 8 p.m., but I will... The reason why you want to keep an eye on it on the Discord a little earlier is so that I can drag you guys into the private text channel. So I wish I could just use the regular film and books channel, like just like a movie night channel. The reason why I don't do a channel, a fixed channel for it, is because people, you know, are pissy about spoilers and things like that. So every movie that we watch, I'll have to do a new private channel and then delete it, and then new one and then delete it. But yes, so join us tomorrow, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. I probably shouldn't advertise it because it's not super legal, but it's just a bunch of friends watching a movie together, right? I mean, it is, though. I'm not making any money out of it. Alright, so is there anything else? I really wanted to eat a donut, but I'm trying to hold strong. I'm hodling. But I do have this. What even is this brand? I've bought so many of these. I bought over a dozen of these. I have no idea what brand it is. The price tag is blocking it. But I've been really enjoying these because they were on rollback. And they're actually good. So I like the peanut butter version better, but I bought all the rollback ones for the peanut butter. So I had to get the sea salt version. Little something. Little Sisters? I don't know. Oh god, this one is crushed. Little something. No, Little SE. I have no idea what brand this is. Little Secrets. I also have at least a couple more organic Alter Eco Super Dark Truffles. Little Secrets. Yes, exactly what it is. Yeah, I really like the peanut butter version. If you can find these, you should get yourself some. Pretty good. It's like actually good Kit Kat. I used to love Kit Kat, but American Kit Kat is gross. Coke and chocolate together are gross. Yes, they are, but fuck you, I do what I want. BC Low Letter, you made it. How's your girlfriend doing? Is she doing a bit better? Is she feeling a bit better? She's starving. Starving. God damn it, NGV. I should just go ahead and take the keycaps off. Low sugar, low fat diet. Wow. So wait, so is this just something she's trying because they still haven't figured out, the doctors still haven't figured out what's exactly wrong? Pancreatitis. Pancreatitis may start suddenly and last for days, or it can occur over many years. It has many causes, including gallstones and chronic heavy alcohol use. Symptoms include upper abdominal pain, nausea, and vomiting. Treatment usually requires hospitalization. Once they stabilize the patient, doctors treat the underlying cause. More than 200,000 cases per year in the US. God, this is like a worse version of the reflux thing that I suffered about 4 months ago, where I had to eat bland food for 4 to 6 weeks. Triglycerides were high, so she had to cut the fat. Blood sugar is high. She has to take insulin injections now. Dude, my dad actually today is right now, I believe, is actually in the operation room to take out a tube, because last week he had to get his kidney stones. He had to get kidney stones removed, and so they had to install a tube for something from the kidney somewhere. And so today right now he's having it removed, like right now as we speak. So after the stream I probably have to call my parents. My father had to have part of his pancreas taken out, fully dependent on insulin now. Yeah, my dad also has to deal with that now too, because of diabetes. Which is insane, because my dad is skinny, like actually skinny, and has always, I wouldn't say he's like, you know, super healthy or whatever, but compared to the average American, he eats like a monk. Yeah, because even coffees and teas, he will always drink them without sugar. Doesn't drink soda. Doesn't do alcohol. Doesn't smoke. Not a huge red meat eater either. But we've got diabetes in our genes. Because my grandpa had diabetes. Now my grandpa, he was skinny, but he wasn't like super healthy because he smoked for a big part of his life. And his diet wasn't as healthy as my dad's, but both of them have had or have diabetes. So I basically stand a no chance, because I have 3 donuts in my freezer right now, and I've been fat most of my life. No, I stand 0 chance. Both my parents have diabetes. So my mom doesn't have diabetes yet. But she does have high blood pressure and other things. Yeah, the lucky thing is so far in my family at least, we don't have any early onset cancer. But it could just also be because my relatives have all been dying to other shit. You know, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart attacks. You know, they die from all that stuff first before the cancer can even hit them. So maybe I'm lucky to live long enough I could have cancer too. I'm dying of a heart attack for sure. Take advantage of National Donor Day. I did not. Piece of letter. We talked about that earlier. I didn't realize it until too late in the day, and I don't know if Winchell's was doing anything anyway. They don't have a Krispy Kreme here, so kind of lame, because I would have liked to get free or cheap donuts. Yeah, my grandpa had a whole host of health issues, but mostly after the diabetes diagnosis though. But yeah, so I feel really bad for a girlfriend with pancreatitis. That really sucks. Yeah, my dad was talking about kidney stones and how, you know, that was and even just doing the CT scan apparently was horrible, he said. Hotel was right next to Krispy Kreme. Could have gone one this morning. God damn it, you should have done it. You don't have diabetes yet, so you should take full advantage of it. Genetics are a bitch. Kidney stones easy, the worst part of my life. Yep, I think most men agree that's like the most painful thing. I wonder how it compares to childbirth. Does anyone actually compare the two? Type 1 since I was 6. Damn, dude. Diabetes, genetics really are a bitch. Will not stop me from taking advantage of Donut Day. Fuck, dude. All of you talking about Donut Day? There's no Krispy Kreme here. The closest one is an hour away. Krispy Kreme always has the best promos, too. They might still be doing the dozen for a gas price deal. Yeah, they always have. The thing that sucks though is that, so apparently Krispy Kreme has a double dark chocolate donut on their website menu, but the locations that I've been to don't have it. So Dallas does not have it. Or at least the two locations that I went to. There was extra donuts last time because we went right before they closed. Dude, see, I've thought about that. About how the Winchell's near me gave me free donuts. The thing is, the 2 times I went was actually not exactly close to closing, and I've been there right before they closed. I've been there like 15 minutes before they closed. Didn't get a free donut. It was just one specific person that gave me the free donuts, and I went at like 2 p.m. They would close at 6 p.m. But yeah, but now I haven't been there in a while because I like Kroger donuts better than Winchell's donuts. And it's way cheaper at Kroger. It's less than half the price at Kroger. But yeah, but that is sick though. Free donuts, always a win. Live under a rock. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know about National Donut Day until I saw it on Slick Deals. That's where I saw it. Just so I'm trying to look at other deals. Alina, when are you gonna come to Colorado though? You and Higgs should make a trip. Or Josh as well. I don't know if Josh and Higgs together would be a good idea, but still. Have you seen Josh recently? I haven't spoken to him in a long time. It's sad. He's not that active on Discord. Haven't seen him in months. Yeah, I have no idea what he's up to. I thought about him recently just because I've been meaning to go to Fort Collins. I am still trying to find a hairstylist, which is why my hair looks like complete shit. And I hate that my hair has been a reason to decide whether I want to go out or not, because I'm like, oh god, do I want to have to brush and comb my hair and style it just to go outside? kind of don't want to do that today, so I guess I'll just stay home. Cause yeah, I really want it shorter, at least just on the sides and the back, cause that's the shit that's annoying right now. But so there is an Asian hairstylist, one apparently in Fort Collins. She's Korean, but the problem is they are that studio is very, very popular, and she is apparently very popular. So I've already called twice now. Still can't set up an appointment, which is annoying. She was supposed to call me back yesterday. Still has not responded at all. So at this point, I don't know if it's worth going through all that hassle, or if I should just get a haircut done somewhere here. So there's a few barbers that are highly recommended here. The problem is though, I never trust hairstylists at small towns, because the problem with small town hairstylists and barbers is, first of all, there's experience, right? Because I'm Asian, Asian scalp, Asian hair is different. The second thing is, they just kind of serve the same people, and they're not exposed to trends and you know, frankly, just they're not exposed to fashionable people often, and so that's what makes me very hesitant. Because when I was in Abilene, I got a haircut in a couple places, and they were completely terrible. So I used to cut my own hair until I moved to Dallas, and then in Dallas, you know, it was better because I would go to this one dude. So I would go to this Asian hair salon. The women weren't actually very good. I used to go just because they were at least better than cutting my own hair. But there's this one dude who was good. And then I would, even when I moved to Abilene, I would go back there just to get a haircut, which is what I did 4 months ago before I moved here. And now, yeah, I really need to get a haircut. And so I've been thinking of going to Fort Collins just to get one there because, you know, people there are closer to the 21st century. So I'm thinking about doing that. Did you mention you're Asian too? Yeah, I did not, but I should have. I thought maybe my name would give it away or something. I don't know, but I'll try to call again next week, and if they don't respond, I'll just go somewhere else. I don't know. Or I'll just go to another hairstylist, because that salon seems pretty popular. Obviously more expensive than over here, but you know, I don't get a haircut every month or something, so even if it's a bit more expensive, I'll fucking take it. I'll take it on the chin. Because people always talk about how, oh, you know, even if you have a shit haircut, you know, it'll grow. You can grow it out. But I live in a small town right now, so you know it's gonna be forever before I get another decent haircut. I get the summer cut short. Yeah, that's why it's been annoying. Cause it's, you know, it's annoying when it touches your ears and stuff. So that's what's been happening. We got all those extra. Let's see. You should go out during my birthday. You should come. I mean, I don't know if Greeley will have anything to offer, but you know, Denver and Fort Collins, pretty good. I believe the closest national park is Is it Rocky Mountains or Badlands? I'm trying to remember which one. Rocky Mountain is only 1.5 hours away. What about Badlands National Park? Oh no, Badlands is in South Dakota. That's quite far. Lol. Not Badlands. There's another one then. But yeah, Rocky Mountain National Park. Well, I didn't realize it was that close to Loveland and Boulder. Huh. Best barbers I've had were either Puerto Rican, Dominican. I thought about Puerto Rican and Dominican. Yeah, that's why there is actually one. I saw one Hispanic salon near here. So I was thinking of doing that because the other one I believe is an old white lady. So she's the most highly rated hairstylist in town. It's actually very, very close to me. But when I called her on the phone, she seemed kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't say rude, but terse is the way to put it. And I'm sure she gives fine haircuts, but again, you know, she probably doesn't see an Asian, not even every week. Yeah, because I haven't had a single good experience with a white barber or a white hairstylist. Been to 3 or 4. They've all been complete shit for me. I mean, it's not nothing to do with specifically the race. It's just, you know, different kind of hair. And the thing is, barbers, I don't. So, like I said, there's a pretty good couple good barbers in town apparently, but I don't think that's what I need because I think I need more scissors than razor. So I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, and the problem is the greedy Discord is surprisingly dead. So otherwise I would try to ask there. Yeah. So far I think that my best bet is to just go to Fort Collins and look for something there. So I'm going to keep the extra plate and PCB for a future build. Almost forgot. Would you have asked him for a rec? Ask him as in Paul or the guy in Dallas? Good friend was a fantastic barber. He was taught a Spanish barbershop, then cut hair out of his house. Dude, you're not wrong about Latinos with hairstyles and hairstylists and barbers because, yeah, in my experience, they care a lot about it, like just culturally, and so that's why you get some good barbers. And same thing with Asian hairstylists in my experience. I wonder if it has to do with just black hair in general, because at least in Asia that is the case, because everyone kind of looks the same. and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to make a racist joke or whatever, but everyone has black hair and black eyes. Like, that's just it, right? Like 90-something%. Other than gray hair, and dyed hair. Everyone will have black hair and black eyes. And so the way to stand out is to get a good haircut. And so, people go to all sorts of lengths to try to get a good haircut to stand out. Whereas over here, people don't care as much. Because you can have enough variety just from hair color, curly, straight. Oh, that's it as well. It's not just everyone has black hair and black eyes. Almost everyone has straight-ish wavy hair too. It's just like the typical Asian hair, right? And so people care a lot about their hairstyles. He lived right around the corner from me. He was a white guy. He died of a heroin overdose. I had no idea he was using. That really sucks, man. Did you used to get your haircuts from him? Ask Josh for recommendation. I should ask him for food recommendations, maybe? I don't know. But, it's been so long since Josh lived in Fort Collins. I'm sure it's quite different now. There are a few hot chicken places I've been wanting to try in Fort Collins, because even though Sexy Sammy's here in Greeley, they have a natural hot tender that's not terrible, but it's not very consistent and frankly just not hot enough 10 years he cut my hair. Holy shit, dude. 10 years is a long time. I haven't even been to US for 10 years yet. It's coming up. It'll be 10 years in mid-August. But yeah, dude. And it's felt like forever since I've been here. So 10 years, that is a long time. Yeah, what a way to lose someone too, because it's at least with illness, usually it's a slow, drawn out. I mean, it sucks for that person, but at least you kind of get prepared for it, you know? Whereas with an overdose, it's just kind of just... person's just gone. If I was more mad that he died, I still can't find a barber as good as he was. Yeah, I mean, hey, both are good reasons to be mad. 'Cause, dude, finding a good barber hairstylist is super difficult, man. Super fucking difficult. 'Cause I've had to suffer through some horrible haircuts. And like I said, you know, it got so bad I used to just cut my own hair. Even though it would look like shit. It was still better than any of the hairstylists in town. But yeah, so wish me luck. I really want to go get a haircut. I'm really hoping sometime next week. Because I was gonna do it last week. I called ahead to that hairstylist near me. The one that's run by the old white lady. You know, I was ready to go. And then I decided to call that one in Fort Collins, the one at the Korean hairstylist. Kind of gave me false hope, so I've just been waiting on that. Called once and then left. They have an online form thingy, so I left my contact details there in a message. We got an email back saying that she would call me back. Still nothing. So next week I'll try one last time, see if I can get an appointment. If not, then I'll just go somewhere else. I don't know. Who knows? Couldn't get a regular haircut. It's like therapy if you're friends with them. The therapy. Yeah, it is. Especially if you get a shave as well. I mean, I've never had to do that, but you know, it's a very intimate moment. It's like getting a bro job. Right? You trust someone else to hold a sharp edge that close to your neck and your face. At least I never have to pay anyone to get a shave or whatever. You know, one of those places that have all chicks? Yes. And they suck. Wait, are we still talking about hair salons? Yeah, I mean, that's most hair salons, right? But hey, maybe those women are good at cutting women's hair. You know, that's their primary clientele. Oh god, fucking autoplay on Twitch, so annoying. Excuse me. Is anyone live right now streaming keyboards? So I see Ruminative is streaming. I see Mag Daddy, BTW is doing his first mechanical keyboard build. His description says, by the way, Leah is my cat girl waifu, and I hope you enjoy. Like, is it actually a cat, or what is it? The fuck is a cat girl waifu? VPR, hello! And sadly, goodbye soon. Triggedy is streaming? Fuck, dude, what are all these ads? I'm trying to find someone to raid, and I keep getting hit with ads, so I don't even know what's going on. Only good stylist I've ever had was a Korean lady. Now I'm wondering if it's because I have super thick black hair. That's probably it. Like, you know, I used to cut my own hair. I cut my roommate's hair. I cut my younger brother's hair. I cut another college friend's hair. So some experience cutting black hair. If you suddenly threw a white guy at me and told me to cut his hair, I'd be like, I'll just give you a buzz. I don't know. Okay, let's go to Triggedy or Trigedy. I'm gonna assume it's Trigedy. I don't know. It's like the dark side of Trinity. Tragedy. VPR, no worries. Hope you join us tomorrow, movie night. Don't forget. Check the Discord. 8 p.m. Mountain Time over here. Thanks for the build stream. Excited to have a win key again. Or does WK stand for waifu keyboard? Excited to have a waifu keyboard. It's like that guy, that streamer just now was a what? Leah is my, by the way, Leah is my cat girl waifu. I just don't get it. So is it a cat? Is it a blow-up doll? Is it a body pillow? It's weird in all forms, right? Because if it's a cat, what would you call it? Waifu. Yeah, I'll put the link in chat. Now, I'm sure he's a fine streamer, but you know, let me show you. I'll give you the link. So go read the about me in the description. Oh, I didn't run the credits. Fuck, hold on. Yeah, let me do that before we do the raid. Yeah, NGB, thanks for the 500 bits. Red Hawk with $5, I believe. The last chat hot with the raid. And we have the subs and resubs. Oh, the mods. Peace of load letter. Red Hawk, thanks for modding. Hard at work, I see. New follows. Thank you. Last chat hot and K Molinov. And the resubs, Red Hawk, Alina, DMX Tricks. Thank you. But yeah, so we saw that the description. Yeah, let's raid Tragedy. I don't even know how it's pronounced, but he's building a keyboard. So go say hi. Follow him if you like what you see. I can't personally vouch for this person, but I'm gonna be gone. It's time to not eat a donut.